Hi there everyone, so today I have a book review for you lot, and this book review is on Crookedstar's Promise by Erin Hunter. It's last year's super edition actually. It's really good, I absolutely loved it. I mean, it's quite thick, it's near 500 pages, but I did actually read it in under 24 hours. You know, I remember starting it at like 8 PM on Friday night and finishing it by 2:30 on Saturday actually, so that was really good. You know, it's a very quick read, probably the longest read of this year actually, but probably one of the quickest if we're not counting mangas. Obviously here's the cover, and then it does have another cover as well underneath, which is really nice as well. Basically, the hardback super editions have two covers. They have the one with the dust jacket, and then underneath the dust jacket, rather than just being plain, it does have a picture like that. So I find them really nice. It's going to keep on my shelf for the video. I'm sorry that I won't be holding it up. It's just a hardback. It's a little heavy, and yeah, my arm might just start aching basically, and you know, you can still see it there. But first, of course, obviously we need to read the blurb. I can give you everything you ever dreamed of if you promise to be loyal to your clan above all other things. Do you make that promise? Crookedstar, leader of River Clan, stands at the head of his clan as one of the most revered warriors in the forest, but a promise carelessly made many moons ago could prove to be his downfall, as he is forced to choose over and over between the allure of power and the safety of those he loves. So of course, a very interesting blurb there. And now let's get into my ratings. Characters, I'm going to give a 5 out of 5. Superb as usual, you know, I always love warrior characters. But I think in this book there was some previous spark that we've seen in the original series which I really liked. You know, the clans were also divided how they should be, you know, they were arguing and stuff, and that's exactly how I like it. They just didn't get along. And I think sometimes in recent books, the clans have been too nice, and I like them when they're cruel and they're fighting and battling over things. I have to say that before this book, Crookedstar wasn't one of my favourite characters actually. I didn't like him that much, I didn't have a huge connection with him, but I think after reading this, I've really sympathised with him and I really like him now. You know, he's definitely one of my favourite characters. And then I'm going to give the plot a 4.5 out of 5. Very interesting actually to read about Crookedstar's life. I really did enjoy that. And you know, he changed so much since he was a kid. He really developed throughout. I also like that there was a great message in this book, and we don't always see these in books I read, but there was definitely a message in this which was really important, and it was about, it doesn't matter how you look or what's wrong with you, you can still succeed in life, and I really like that message. And obviously that's exactly what happened to Crookedstar. I'm not going to explain what's wrong with him or anything, and how he looks weird, but you know, you'll find out if you read the book. I really just love the plot, you know, what else can I say? Now, I understand that some people might find this quite predictable, and I would agree with them, because you already do sort of know what's going to happen at the end anyway before reading, but I do think that's the idea, you know, that's the intended idea. Obviously as well, if you've already read all the other Warriors books, you'll obviously know what happens, but I think finding out about everything inside his life that we don't yet know is really interesting. You know, there's definitely so much more to find out that we don't already know, and you know, it's so much fun. So yes, super plot. Writing, 5 out of 5. Superb writing style. I always loved Erin's writing. Though it's still a very easy style to read, you know, it is split up very nicely. And I think this is why it's a quick read as well, because I absolutely love quick reads. The writing style is very easy to get through. It also never feels like the writing drags on, which I like, because I think that, you know, they basically tell us what we need to know and then they move on soon after. Whereas I think some authors, they spend ages describing the same thing and there's honestly no point going on and on about it. And also, the writing carried great emotion as well. Enjoyment, 4.5 out of 5. Really enjoyed this book actually. I think it's definitely one of my favourites of the year so far without a doubt. It really brings emotions in it as well, from sadness to laughter, you know, there's a great variety of emotions in there. And as you can obviously tell as well, reading it so fast clearly proves how good it is and enjoyable it is. I just couldn't put it down, you know, I had to keep reading, I couldn't stop. There's probably a few very minor things stopping me from giving it a 5, but let's not really bother about those right now. So overall we get a 4.8 out of 5 for Crookedstar's Promise by Erin Hunter. Before I end, I would just like to say I'd recommend this book to anyone, you know. Even if you don't like cats or animals or such, definitely try it out, because I have to say these books are very good, you know. I absolutely love all Warriors books. In terms of when I suggest you read this, if you've already read some Warriors books or you're planning to read some, I would say read the original series first, then read Bluestar's Prophecy, and then read Crookedstar's Promise. I just think that way it's more understandable, because if we look at the timeline, it would be Bluestar's Prophecy and Crookedstar's Promise and then the original series, but I think it's more understandable to read the original series, Bluestar's Prophecy, and then Crookedstar's Promise. I think that's most understandable. So that's everything. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, rate, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all again later.